Today we're going to talk about how to become a six-figure content creator. And I wanted to share this presentation that I've done at different conferences, but I'm going to do like a shortened version of it. So let's just get right into it. So first, here's a little bit about myself. I'm a content creator with around 880,000 combined followers around personal finance, side hustles, real estate. And I do this across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm also a real estate investor, and we have around 5 million in real estate, and combined with our other assets, it's allowed us to retire at 31. My husband and I created this brand called Good Sweet Homes, where we teach you guys all about real estate investing. And other background information, I was from the Bay Area, and then I moved to Dallas kind of recently, 2 years ago, and have now been traveling around the world. So we've been abroad for almost a year now, currently in Europe right now. And then here's a bit about my journey. A long time ago, in 2015, I actually started a blog called Digital Nomad Quest. I started this business Instagram, and then I traveled for 2 years from 2016 to 2018. So I was basically trying to build passive income while I was traveling, and I was documenting everything on my blog, on my Instagram. And then I got really serious about content creation. In 2019, I started my YouTube channel, and I started my personal finance TikTok in 2020, and then I was able to achieve a six-figure brand in 2021. Technically, I started doing content in high school. I actually have another music account. Hopefully, I'll get back into music in the future, but basically, I've had experience doing content for a long period of time. Just something I've always enjoyed because I like creating. Now, growth was initially slow and took a long time. Sometimes you're gonna look like this, but now I've been able to grow my accounts to look like this. Now, sometimes things will go down. It might not look as planned. It's probably gonna be more jagged, and sometimes it'll increase a lot. You'll never know what will pop off. But what keeps me going is really just being able to talk about something that I actually care about. So then you just stop thinking as much about the metric. But anyway, let's get into like the monetization aspect. Here's the path to a six-figure brand. In the past, it looked more like grow a large following, do brand deals, sell shirts, but now there's so many ways you can monetize. Now I think it's more about growing a targeted following around things you're passionate about, and then you can monetize through affiliates, ad revenue, memberships, services, brand deals, courses, ebooks, merch, other products. There's so many different ways to monetize, and I'm going to get into it in this presentation. The idea is really to build a brand around your passions, create free value, focus on solving people's problems, and then giving the tools to people who want more exclusive content or support. Now let's talk about ways you can make money through your brand. One is sponsorships. So with sponsorships, brands give you money or products for promotion, and you create content for them, you publish it on your platforms, and you get paid by brands. Now, how much do these influencers really make? So according to Influencer Hub, these are examples of how much you can charge. So this ranges from nano influencers to mega influencers who have millions and millions of followers, but a lot of this is dependent on your niche. So maybe a gaming channel might charge differently than a finance channel. So you have to kind of gauge and see maybe people in your space, talk to other creators and see how much they're charging, so you can figure out how much you can charge yourself. And this is actually per post. Somebody, I remember in one of my presentations, asked like, what are these numbers reflecting? So this is per post. So some tips on sponsored deals: you want to build a media kit. This gives some professionalism with what you're doing, and you're basically showcasing your rates and what you do, which brands you've worked for, and also your stats. So these are some things you should include in your media kit. Also, another thing is don't compromise your brand for a sponsorship. You should only work with brands that are in line with your brand. You don't want to be a finance channel promoting random video games, because it just doesn't make sense. And also, you don't want to promote something you don't believe in. Like, I actually reject 99% of brand deals because it just might not make sense, and they might not be a company you want to promote. For example, I don't want to promote some random crypto coins, crypto schemes that won't benefit you guys and might make you lose money. So it's really important to work with brands that you believe in and are in line with your own content. And then don't be afraid to negotiate for better terms. You should evaluate based on like your exclusivity, your time commitment. For example, some brands will be like, oh, you can't promote any other brands for a year. So if that's in the contract, maybe you're going to charge more for that. You should also evaluate how aligned your brand is with the company, your engagement and following size, etc. Now let's talk about affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is you're promoting a product or service for another company using unique referral links in exchange for a commission on the sales you generate. This is low cost, this is low risk, and it's basically a win-win for everyone. Your audience gets value, you make money through commissions, and the brand makes money through selling their products or services. Now, how are you going to find these affiliate programs? You can see if your favorite programs have referral programs. You can Google affiliate program and then the company name. So for example, here Adobe has an affiliate program. You can also find affiliate products that other content creators are promoting. So maybe you're going to look at different Instagram profiles, YouTube profiles, and see what they're promoting as well, and maybe you want to reach out to those companies. You can also sign up for affiliate networks like Impact, ShareSale, Amazon Associates Associates is a really good beginner one because you can get started right away and start promoting things that you already use on a day-to-day basis, because most people are using Amazon. But with Amazon, usually the percentage is lower, maybe like 3 to 5%. But if you're able to sell mass volume, you can make a lot of money. And then you want to create great content that'll drive traffic to affiliate products. So for example, I have a ConvertKit tutorial here. This is the email marketing platform I always use, and it's great. Another, how to invest in stocks with Public. So it's another app I use. So basically you can create content around this, show people how it's done, and then if people want to, they can sign up through your links. The idea is you want to provide value, build trust, and make sure your content solves problems. So in that sense, you want to do tutorials, reviews, product comparison videos. These are videos that people will watch when they're trying to decide if they want to buy. So I created this kind of funnel so you guys can see. So basically you have cold leads, warm leads, hot leads. Cold leads are unaware of why they need the product, and then the hot leads are fully aware of why they would need the product. And then you're going to make content for each part of that funnel. For example, for your cold leads, you might want to make something like the top 10 benefits of email marketing. This is for someone who doesn't know why they need email marketing. And then you can make videos for warm leads, someone who's deciding on email as their solution. You make a video on email marketing for beginners, 0 to 10K subs. And then for the hot leads, someone looking for an email marketing platform but doesn't know which one to choose. This is a ConvertKit tutorial 2022, but you can put it for whatever year you're in. So this is a great way to do affiliate marketing, provide value for others. And if people do want to sign up for your link, you do make a commission. They don't have to, but if they do, it's a win-win for everyone. Now let's talk about ad revenue. With ads, companies can bid to place their ads on your content. So it used to be that you needed 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be on the YouTube Partner Program. But in 2022, they made an update. So basically you need 500 subscribers, 3 valid public uploads, and then either you need 3,000 watch hours in the past year or 3 million shorts views in the last 90 days. So basically, ever since the introduction of YouTube Shorts, they had to change up the partner program to kind of make sense for everyone. Now with AdSense, advertisers can buy ad space on YouTube and show their ads on your videos, and then YouTube takes a 45% cut. So I want to show an example of a video I have that made a bunch of money. So this video alone made me over $22,000, which is pretty insane. Now certain niches like personal finance have higher CPMs, and that's basically the cost per 1,000 impressions. I don't get that many views anymore, but you can imagine like those people who have finance content who's racking up views, they're making a bunch of money on their videos. So this is another great way to monetize. Now let's get into services, products, and memberships. These are other ways you can monetize. So basically with a service, you provide a service for your audience relevant to your community or niche. For example, maybe you are making content around being a virtual assistant. Now you can actually provide that service for creators. Like, look, I am good at being a virtual assistant. If you want to hire me, I charge this much. Here is my portfolio. Basically, your YouTube serves as a portfolio, and then you can get a bunch of jobs because they know you're an expert in it. Now with products, you can sell merch. There's a way to do that without having a bunch of money up front, and that's print on demand. You upload custom designs on print on demand platforms, and they print and fulfill your orders for you whenever you get sales. And some sites like Redbubble, Teespring, Merch by Amazon are great for you to do this, and they include their own marketplaces, so you don't have to do that much marketing. You can get $2 to $10 profit per sale of your t-shirts. It depends on how much you list your shirts for. And then you can make courses. You can create them on Teachable. I'll link that below if you're interested, but it's a great place to make your courses, and they kind of do everything for you, so you can actually have affiliates. You can have promo codes for your courses. They have a lot of functionality that if you try to do it yourself, it'd be a lot harder. You can also sell ebooks and other digital products. You can sell on Gumroad, Shopify, or again, use Teachable and sell digital files. We do that on Teachable as well. Like we have a property analysis calculator that we do sell on Teachable. So Teachable is a great way to host everything. And again, I'll link that below. Now with memberships, we don't do this right now, but you can create a monthly membership with exclusive content and networking opportunities. And there's sites like Circle.so, Mighty Networks, Facebook groups, Slack, Discord. These are ways you can host memberships, and maybe people pay monthly to be in that membership group. Now 100K a year sounds pretty overwhelming, sounds daunting, but it's easier if you break it down. With products, right? 100K a year is basically $274 profit per day. This basically equates to selling 2 items at $137 profit per day, or 28 items at $9.79 profit per day. This isn't that bad if you think about it. And then with memberships, it's $8,333 profit per month. So it equates to 42 people paying $200 a month, 105 people paying $80 a month, or 278 people paying $30 a month. So if you just break down that math, it's not that insane. With sponsorships, it might be $3,000 per post, 3 posts per month, $1,000 per post, 9 9 posts a month. So you kind of got to see which strategy you want to focus on and then try to hit those numbers. And maybe if you do a mix of everything, you can get to that 6-figure mark faster. And that's kind of what I did. Now, how do we actually achieve this? So you got to do social media promotion. You got to tell stories and show your expertise. So if you're going to put it on your Instagram, maybe you're going to put up student testimonials. So for example, we have our course, Remote Rental Riches, where people can buy their first property. And we have these examples of people actually doing it. Or my Etsy course, where people are actually getting sales on their Etsy shop. So you got to tell stories, show your expertise. Aside from the testimonials, you can talk about what you've done in the past as well. Now, you do want to provide sale opportunities, but you don't want to constantly sell because that's pretty annoying. What you're really doing is, you put a lot of time into this product and you want to share it with the world and you want to showcase that it actually changed people's lives. So again, provide story posts, answer FAQ, include testimonials, because those testimonials are more powerful than if you actually talked about it, because it actually shows that it's actually helped people in their journeys. You also want to build an email list, because you don't actually own platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. But by building your email list, you'll still have your community even if anything happens to your social media accounts. With email strategy, you want to provide free content on social, let your audience sign up for your freebie, grow your email list, and then continually provide value and occasionally talk about your products through email funnels. You can direct your audience to free lead magnets that help with their problems, like free ebooks, PDFs, courses. So for example, we do have a rental property masterclass that people can sign up for. If they want to buy the course, they can't, but if they don't want to, that's okay too. We have our money makeover toolkit that people can sign up for. It doesn't upsell anything, but it does have some affiliate links if people want to sign up as well. Just some freebies that people will actually get a lot of value from, and if they don't sign up for the paid product, that's fine, but this is a way you can get people to your email list. And then you can create email funnels that continually provide value and sell your products for you. And we like to keep up with a weekly newsletter where we're talking to our audience about what we've been doing, as well as what's been helping us, what can help them. So continuously talking to your audience is important. So here's some examples of free offerings I have, and then the masterclass here. And then on that webinar, you do give people the opportunity to get the step-by-step curriculum on sale. Now, when it comes to building your social media presence, I'm not going to go too in depth on this because we're really talking about monetization, but I'll just talk about a few very important points when you are building. So you should talk about something that you care about, because people can tell if you're not passionate. And then it's a lot easier to make content when you actually like what you're doing and you find purpose in it. Because as you're doing this journey, after years and years, it's going to be hard to keep up. Like, you might get tired, you might burn out, but if it's something that you really care about, it's a lot easier to keep pushing through. It won't feel like work if you love it. For example, if you like magic and you like performing magic, you're not going to get as sick of it. Same thing with gaming or music, something that you just really care about. You should talk about something you're passionate about, because it really shines through your content and it'll be a lot easier for you in the long run. You want to post high quality content consistently, and you want your content to do at least one of 3 things. You want it to educate, entertain, and inspire. And if you can do 2 or more of these, you'll have a higher chance of virality. Here are 2 examples on the right. So for example, buying our next ugly house for $65,000. That was entertaining and it was inspiring because people realize you don't need a ton of capital to do it. And that's kind of the same with the side hustle idea one, where I talk about how to do merch by Amazon. It was educational and it was inspiring because you don't need money out of pocket. Now, quality over quantity. A lot of people ask, should you post like 3 times a day? And I don't think so if it hurts the quality of your content. If you post less and you know that it's going to be higher quality, you should do that instead. Whereas if you're constantly posting and you're just posting to post, it's like gonna get worse and it's not gonna do well. You could still post once a week or once every 2 weeks and still get a ton of views if they're high quality content. I've seen it before with a lot of accounts, and it's that if each video is a banger, everyone's gonna be waiting for your next drop. People follow if they see a repository of quality content in a specific niche. So if you know you're posting just to post, don't do it. But I would say the combination of quality and quantity is gonna explode your account. If you think that you can keep up with the pace where the videos are high quality, people are constantly wanting more, then you should just keep going if you're able to keep up with the pace. You have to focus on these 2 things, watch time and engagement. These are usually what algorithms look at if they should promote your video more. Alright, so let's go into the summary. Basically, you want to build a brand around something you're passionate about and focus on solving people's problems through free value. And then you can provide more tools for your audience, like affiliates, memberships, sponsorships, products, ad revenue, etc. if they want more help, right? And then you want to get started, stay consistent, and make great content. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, you can follow me through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I just wanted to share this episode episode to help you guys in your journey. I don't have anything to sell here. I just wanted to talk about what has helped me become a six-figure content creator. If you guys like this episode, let me know in the comments below what resonated with you. Subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified of my latest videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.